So here's the thing about Roblox. Every once in a while, you get a developer who doesn't just make a game, they change the entire platform. Like, they have some sort of ability to change Roblox completely, whether you realize it or not. And right now, that guy is Jandel. If you've been around Roblox recently, you've definitely heard of him because his name has been everywhere. First with Grow a Garden, which became one of the biggest games in Roblox history. And now even with his newest project, Plants vs. Brainrots, which he randomly created one day. And not gonna lie, this game is literally blowing up the charts as we speak. It's crazy because Jandel has become the developer who can somehow blow up every game he creates, and obviously this isn't just some one-hit wonder story. This is someone who keeps reinventing himself, keeps spotting what's next, and somehow keeps ending up at the center of Roblox's biggest trends. Like, Jandel might actually be one of the smartest devs Roblox has ever seen. But before all the success, let's rewind a little, because Jandel wasn't always this guy with two massive games at the top of the charts. His real name is Jansen Matson, but everyone online just knows him as Jandel. He's the founder of Splitting Point Studios, which if you've been playing Roblox long enough, you've probably seen their name pop up before. What separates Jandel from a lot of Roblox developers is that he doesn't just sit quietly in the background coding updates. He likes being part of the show. He'll join random servers, spawn chaos with admin commands, and literally interact with players live.
The developer of Grow a Garden joined my server just to troll us with admin commands. He teleported me and a bunch of players into a cage. I begged him to let me out, and when he finally did, he instantly flung me across the entire map. Everyone started asking him to start an event, but instead he spawned a nuke that came crashing down from the sky and blew up the entire server.
That alone made him stand out, because most Roblox devs stay anonymous or faceless. You never see them in their own games. Jandel, he was front and center, and people loved that. Another note I'd like to put out is that he actually has his own channel where people really enjoyed his personality in a way. Now, here's where things get wild. Grow a Garden wasn't even Jandel's original idea. Like, he didn't wake up one day and just build this massive farming simulator. The first version actually came from another dev, BMW Lux, who made it in just a few days in March 2025. Super simple, super basic, but the idea clicked. Then Jandel and Splitting Point Studios came in, bought into the project, and basically turned it into something huge.
This developer made the biggest Roblox game, then lost it in the saddest way. This is BMW Lux, and he made his Roblox account in 2014. In 2019, he started making games for fun, and in 2022, he made his game studio Go Hard Games, which made a bunch of hit games, and combined, they got 6.5 billion visits in total. Until a couple of years later, everything changed, and BMW Lux made a game that would change the world forever. In March of 2025, he made Grow a Garden. At first, growth was slow until famous developer Jandel offered to buy the game from BMW Lux. BMW Lux accepted, and the game blew up. Jandel turned it into the biggest game ever made, and BMW Lux was left with nothing.
It literally became the top 3 most famous games, just slightly behind Steal a Brainrot and 99 Nights in the Forest. Along the way, Dubik Studios grabbed a minority share too, but let's be honest, players didn't care about the ownership details. The moment Jandel attached his name, it became Jandel's game. He was the one hyping it up, running the events, trolling with admin powers. If you played Grow a Garden at its peak, chances are you saw people in chat screaming, "Oh my god, Jandel joined." That was the vibe. The game itself was super addictive as well. Buy seeds, plant them, grow crops, harvest, trade pets, flex your limiteds, you get the idea. But the real genius was how they kept it alive with updates. Weekly updates dropped new pets, new limited items, new mechanics. Miss a week and you missed out forever. That kind of system drove the entire community. It was like Adopt Me trading, but with a fresh spin. By June, Grow a Garden was so massive it was breaking Roblox's servers. Millions of players at once. It surpassed peaks of some of the most famous games like Blox Fruits, Brookhaven, or even Adopt Me. Not just that, it was everywhere, on TikTok, YouTube, Twitter. For a while, it felt like the game. And then, things slowly fell apart. The game stopped hitting its highest peaks. Controversies started coming in, calling Grow a Garden players botted. People were low-key tired of the repetitive simulator, and updates never got people feeling the way they felt before anymore.
Is Grow a Garden dying?
Grow a Garden is dying.
The entire world was once playing Grow a Garden.
Do you want to stay home from school for a Grow Garden event?
Yes.
The game's not dying. There's 600,000 people playing. It's like the biggest game 3 months ago on Roblox.
What if I got a rainbow sunflower? I'm 50.
On top of all this downhill, brainrot games happen. If you don't know what I mean, brainrot games are those super chaotic, fast-paced, memey Roblox games that basically exist to be clipped and shared. Steal a Brainrot is the one that really blew the doors open. It spread like wildfire on TikTok. Kids were obsessed. The gameplay was simple, goofy, but so addicting. And of course, Roblox being Roblox, once one Brainrot game popped off, a whole wave of them followed. And guess who spotted that wave early? Yup, Jandel once again. He shows up with Plants vs Brainrots, which is basically this mashup of Grow a Garden and the Brainrot craze. You plant defenses, you fight off waves of Brainrots, and then you drag their goofy little bodies back to your base to make money. It's dumb, it's a mess, but it's fun, and people can't stop playing it. At first, people didn't even realize it was Jandel's game because it was launched under this group called Yogurt Studio. But then players dug into the ownership and boom, turns out Jandel owned Yogurt Studio too. So suddenly, this wasn't just another random Brainrot cash grab. This was the same guy behind Grow a Garden making another hit. That's when the rumors started flying. Is Jandel ditching Grow a Garden? Is he moving on completely to Plants vs Brainrots? Is Grow a Garden doomed? And to be fair, it kinda looked that way. Around this time, Jandel wasn't super active in the Grow a Garden Discord anymore. People noticed he was no longer the direct owner of Grow a Garden and must have sold it to other developers. Most of the announcements and update posts were being done by DJ Jai instead. Meanwhile, Plants vs Brainrots was skyrocketing up the Roblox charts, like faster than almost any other game ever. So, of course, fans started connecting the dots. Oh, Jandel's losing interest. He's leaving Grow a Garden behind. But here's the truth. Jandel didn't abandon Grow a Garden. He's still a co-owner, which means he literally has money tied up in it. It'd be insane to just walk away completely. But at the same time, he's not stupid. He knows hype doesn't last forever. Every big Roblox game has its peak, and then it slowly cools down. Adopt Me had it, Pet Sim had it, Grow a Garden is going through it now. Jandel's move to work on Plants vs Brainrots isn't him quitting, it's him expanding. Instead of being the Grow a Garden guy, he's becoming the go-to developer of Roblox. Think about it, if Grow a Garden slows down, he still has Plants vs Brainrots carrying the momentum. If Plants vs Brainrots fades in a few months, Grow a Garden will still have its loyal trading community. Either way, Jandel stays relevant. And honestly, that's one of the smartest plays I've ever seen a Roblox dev make. Most devs get their one big hit and just milk it until it dies. Jandel's out here building a mini empire inside Roblox. And I think part of it is also just personal. Grow a Garden's community got kinda toxic over time. The trading scene turned into non-stop arguments, people complained about updates, the vibes shifted. Plants vs Brainrots is fresh. It's goofy, less serious, less drama. Jandel gets a clean slate while still keeping Grow a Garden alive in the background. It's like the best of both worlds. And the craziest part, this isn't even that unusual if you zoom out. Big game studios do this all the time. Epic doesn't just run Fortnite. They also bought Rocket League and Fall Guys. Riot isn't just League of Legends anymore. They have Valorant, TFT, even an MMO coming. Roblox is heading in that same direction, just way faster. And Jandel, he's basically ahead of the curve. He's not just a dev anymore. He's building a brand. So yeah, that's why I say Jandel changed Roblox forever. He didn't just make one game that blew up. He made himself the face of Roblox development. He figured out how to ride trends while also creating them. He showed that developers can be personalities, not just coders. And now, with two massive games in his pocket, he's proving that you don't have to put all your eggs in one basket. You can build an empire. And whether you love him or hate him, you can't deny that Roblox right now looks the way it does, partly because of him. Grow a Garden set the tone for limited hype trading games in 2025. Plants vs Brainrots is showing how Brainrot culture can actually evolve into something bigger than just a meme. And through it all, Jandel is right in the middle, pulling the strings. So is he leaving Grow a Garden? Probably not. Is he focusing more on Plants vs Brainrots? Definitely. But in the end, it doesn't really matter, because either way, Jandel wins. And honestly, so does Roblox.